Hi friends, today I'm going to be making a meatloaf for dinner, so I thought I would just share with you how I make mine. It may be a little bit different than how some people make it, but it's pretty simple ingredients, so I figured I would just show you. I've already, in my chopper here, chopped up about a little over half of a large red onion. And I go ahead and start chopping my onion first before I put my green pepper in there, and then I'll just kind of finish it off with the pepper in there. So I'm going to do that, and this is a whole green pepper. Let's put the lid back on here. Sorry about the noise, but and that should be just about right. Yep. So we have that. And what I have over here is 2 pounds of organic grass-fed ground beef. And some people put other meats in with their meatloaf, and I don't do that. I just keep it all beef. So I'm just going to put my onions and green peppers in there. Some people don't like the green pepper. You can just leave those out if you want to, but we prefer that. So, all right. Then I'm just going to take a spoon and just kind of mash the onion and green pepper into the beef. You don't have to get it completely in there just yet until you put your other ingredients in there, but I like to get it broken up just a little bit. Paper towel real quick. I don't want to put the spoon on the counter. Alright, and the next two things I'm going to put eggs and just a little bit of ketchup. I do end up putting ketchup on the top, but I do put a little bit into my mix as well. These are organic cage-free eggs, and I'm very happy that Walmart now carries those. And for the ketchup, I don't really measure it, but let's see. That's maybe a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. And the next thing I'm going to put in is about 2/3 cups of quick oats. I wouldn't use the regular oats. I would definitely use the quick oats. And I put these in here instead of breadcrumbs. It keeps it gluten-free. And you're going to add some pepper, just however much you want in there. Since it's 2 pounds of ground beef, because I'm making a double batch, I'm going to put plenty of pepper in there. And some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. I know it seems like a lot, but with this little grinder, it's not as much as it looks. You definitely want enough salt in there. Alright, I'm going to put some gloves on because I'm one of those people, I do not like to touch raw meat with my hands if I can help it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mush some of this down in here together, and then I'm going to take my hands and kind of squish it. And I'm going to have my pans ready too, so I don't have to, that was my preheater going off on my oven. I'm going to have my pans ready so I can just kind of flop it on over there. But I'm just going to take my hands, and if you've made meatloaf before, you know what to do, but some people don't know how to make meatloaf. So you just kind of make sure that your egg and your oats, you can use breadcrumbs if you want to, but if you want to keep it gluten-free, you can put the gluten-free quick oats in there. And you just kind of make sure that everything is uniform, and this could take, you know, about a minute or two. Another reason that I use the gloves is because the meat is so cold. After a little while of squishing it, my fingers get numb, but I found that with the gloves on, it doesn't get as bad. So just try to make sure all the onions and peppers are all in there and nothing's you know, like there's no glops of anything left, that it's all together. The reason I make 2 of them, even though there's just 4 of us left at home here now, is because they love it so much that it just, if you're going to go ahead and make meatloaf, you may as well make 2. Then that way you can either have it for leftovers, for dinner the next day, or for lunch, or if you're like my husband, eat it again before bedtime. Okay, it's looking like it's about ready here. Yeah. All right. So since I have 2 pans, one of my pans is smaller than the other, so I'm not gonna make it even. I'm just going to divide it up. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. Let me move this over here. So in my bigger pan, I'm going to put the bigger section of it. Trying to help you see. There we go. And then you're just going to put it in your pan. And it will shrink a little when you're baking it, but that's okay. There's plenty in there. And I don't put the ketchup on now. What I do is I wait until it's almost done. I usually let these bake an hour, hour and 15 minutes on 375. So when 50 minutes to an hour have passed, I generally just take them out of the oven and hold them. You can hold them over the trash, or if you have a garbage disposal, you can hold it over your sink and then drain most of the grease out. You don't have to get it all out or anything. And then after you drain it, you can just put the ketchup on the top. This one's just going to make a little one, but that's okay. Thought I had more than that. So that's it for right now. All you do is you put it in the oven, 375, for about an hour, hour and 15 minutes. The larger one takes about an hour and 15 minutes. So when they are ready to put the ketchup on and all of that, I will come back. Okay, so now it's time to drain the meatloaves. They've been in there for about, 50 minutes or so. And again, you don't have to get all of it out. And just be careful not to pour your entire meatloaf into the sink. That's actually happened to me before. But just get, most of the grease off as much as you can. That's pretty good for that one. And now we'll get the big one. There we go. Okay, now let me move the camera here so you can see what I'm doing. I think you can see. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put the ketchup on the top and just sort of, just work your way from one direction to the other. And just put a layer of ketchup on the top there. And if you don't want to buy store-bought ketchup, you can make your own ketchup. There's a lot of recipes on YouTube and online for your homemade ketchup. But I buy the Heinz organic ketchup. Alright, there's one. You're just going to layer it there. And then after you put your ketchup on, you're going to bake it another maybe 15 minutes or so. For a thicker meatloaf, if you're not sure if it's done, I actually just take it out of the oven and I cut down the middle and see if it's still pink in the middle. And if it is, then you're going to want to put it back in for another 10 or 15 minutes. So I'll come back and show you what it's like when it's finished. Okay, so they're done. They're out of the oven now, and I'm going to slice a piece and let you see it. Okay, so here's the meatloaf. I did taste it. It's wonderful. It smells so good. So if you want to try it, let me know in the comments if it worked out for you and how you liked it. Thanks for watching, and please join us by subscribing on our journey to Ruby Ranch. Have a good one.